A pleasant morning, everyone. I'm Mark, and this morning we will be tackling about the overview of rooms division. Okay. So anybody in here knows something about room division? Well, to begin with, room division, in the context of hospitality industry, particularly in hotels, refers to the department of responsible for managing all aspects related to guest accommodations. This includes tasks such as front desk operations, housekeeping, concierge services, security or loss prevention. In simple terms, room division covers everything that ensures guests have a comfortable stay in their rooms and a smooth experience from arrival to departure. So, what are the functions of a hotel? Hotels provide accommodations, amenities, and services for travelers, offering a place to stay, relax, and often dine while away from home. This also includes lodging accommodations, revenue centers, cost centers, serve and enrich society, profit for the owners. And here we have the qualities of successful hospitality leaders. We have the leadership, attention to detail, follow through, people skills, patience, and ability to delegate effectively. Now, who are the members of an executive committee? Here we have the executive committee chart, executive community chart for a 300 plus room hotel. And here we have the general manager, which is from the top coming down to director of human resources, director of food and beverage, director of rooms division, director of marketing and sales, director of engineering, and of course, director of accounting. So here we have the room division organizational chart. The highest of the organization is the rooms division manager. Under him, there are three categories. We have the front office manager, security or loss prevention, and executive housekeeper. Next, we have the functions of rooms division manager. Responsible for the supervision of employees engaged in the operation of the front areas of the hotel. Coordinates with other departments in the hotel and maintains open communications with them to find better ways to serve the guests. Maintains responsibility for staffing, purchasing, and budgeting. Supervises the rooms division payroll, availability controls, and monthly plans. Room division manager's knowledge includes a complete understanding of hotel operations, specifically those operations involving the front office, housekeeping, and basic accounting procedures. And here we have the areas of rooms division. We have the front office. It is the department of the room division that is called as the nerve center of the hotel. It is also the most visible of all departments. So what are the functions of the front office? Sell hotel rooms, maintain balanced guest accounts, offer services such as taxes, emails, and messages. Process advance reservation, registers and rooms the guest, handle guest luggage, issues room keys, administer telephone services, and checks out guests. So, functions of the front office manager. Ito naman po yung mga function ng office manager. And it is the basic function of the front office manager to directly supervise the front desk, reservations, concierge, and PBX. He also assists the rooms division manager in compiling information for the reports. Assists in the training and cross-training of front office employees. Prepares monthly reports. Assists the rooms division manager in formulation and implementation of front office policies and procedures. So sa kanya halos lahat umiikot. And next we have the reservation. This is the section that plays more important role in the front office department. It helps and assets guest reservation. Reservation acceptance can determine the effectiveness of the reservation process as the evidence on the flow of operation in the reservation section. Functions of the reservation manager. Assures reservations, both group and individual, are recorded and followed up as necessary. Makes sure proper telephone etiquette is used and correct information is being given to potential guests. Assures that personal service is stressed and that sales techniques are being used appropriately. Functions of the reservation manager. Follows up on tentative booking, watching cut-off dates, and monitoring group tour business accounts blocks for productivity. Trains reservation agents, and setting up cross-training programs. Reviews all VIP reservations and working with the rooms division manager and the front office manager on assignments. Prepares and distributes to concerned departments a weekly, monthly reservations and revenue forecast. Handles requests for reservation information and room rates. Develops and maintains a solid working relationship with the central reservation office and travel agents. That's it. Our next reporter is Mr. Mark Joseph Balong.
And for the continuation of our report, uniform service. Uniform service refers to any job or professional where individuals wear a specific uniform as a part of their duties. Bell captain is a hospitality professional responsible for overseeing guest service and ensuring of a high level of satisfaction in a hotel or resorts. Door attendants. Hotels unofficial greeters because they have so much guest contact. They need pleasant, outgoing, and personality. And last it will be bell persons. Escort guests to their rooms and transport luggage. And here are the part of concierge. Part of uniform service. The concierge is a key member of the guest service team, often wearing a uniform dedicated of assisting and enhancing the guest experience. Second is proper evaluate properties marketable value by providing exceptional service and unique amenities. The concierge helps enhance the hotel reputation and appeal attracting more guests. Third is typically in luxury hotel. Concierges are commonly found the upscale and luxury hotels where high levels of personalized service of expected. Unique requests. The concierge handles special or unusual requests from guests such as arranging exclusive experiences or securing hard-to-get reservation. Next is a knowledge of the city. The concierge has extensive knowledge of local area, including attraction, dining option, and events to, to offer tailor-made recommendation. And last will be several languages preferred. Proficiency is a multiple languages is often desired to effectively communicate with an international guest and meet their diverse needs. Housekeeping. Housekeeping is the largest department in terms of people. Executive housekeeper, cleanliness is the key to success. Duties of executive housekeeper. Leadership of people, equipment, and supplies. Cleanliness and servicing the guest rooms and public areas. Operating the department according to financial guidelines. Keeping records. And here are the organizational structure of the housekeeping department. First is executive housekeeper. Executive housekeeper is a senior staff member responsible for overseeing the housekeeping department in a hotel or large facility. Assistant executive housekeeper supports the executive housekeeper by managing day-to-day housekeeping operation, supervising staff, handling scheduling, and ensuring cleanliness standards are met. Contract cleaning refers to a service agreement where a company hires an external cleaning firm to handle regular cleaning and maintenance tasks. Laundry manager oversees the operation of laundry facilities, including staff, supervision, scheduling, inventory, management, and ensuring quality control. Next is laundry staff. There are employees responsible for cleaning, sorting, folding, and managing laundry items. Uniform supervisor. A uniform supervisor manages the inventory distribution and maintenance of the uniforms for the staff with organizational. Floor housekeeper. A floor housekeeper is responsible cleaning and maintaining the guest rooms and common areas on a specific floor. Housekeeper. Housekeeper is responsible for cleaning and maintaining cleanliness and orderliness of room and common areas in facility such as hotel or private residence. Houseman. A houseman assists with the general maintenance and support tasks in a facility, including moving furniture, handling supply, and performing light repairs. And here are the breaking house down. Assignment of section for cleaning. SC, check out of the day. Double S, stay over. Double X, out of order. Based on standard of the rooms clean per day by each housekeeper. And here are the other duties of housekeeping. Turn down services, hotel laundry, laundry and dry cleaning for guests, general hotel cleaning, and linen room. And we have a security and loss prevention. This department as well is becoming more important. Crime is increasing in many years areas, particularly downtown areas. Hotels are required to provide reasonable care of their guests, which includes generally security, locks and lighting, and security of guest belonging, providing guest safety and loss prevention, security officers, equipment, keys, safety procedure, identification procedures, and the guest service. And we have the 7 deadly sins of service. First is apathy. Means indifference is found in the situation wherein host fails to acknowledge the guest's presence. Second is brush off. Any inconvenience experienced by the guest is a serious matter that should be attended to by the host. Coldness, the absence of warmth. Consideration. Some poorly trained hosts may humiliate guests, guests on the basis of their perception of the guest or even way guests dress up. Robotics refers to a lack of genuine human interaction in customer service. Rule book. The rule book refers to strictly adhering to established procedures or policies without flexibility. Round. Avoid to customer. And here are the ways to improve services. First is apply your own particular brand of leadership to the operation. Second is manage change effectively. Third is foster teamwork. Solicit inputs from employees, and involve then planning and decision making. Motivate employees with challenges and goals. And last, make sure you will deliver on all your promises you make. And step of service. It begins with a smile, warm and sincere greetings. Second, make eye contact and use body language. Third, creative services solution. And fourth, participation and compliance with guest needs. Found and last, found farewell, give them a warm goodbye and use their names if and when possible. And next reporter will be reported by Mr. Ivan James Masil.
Principles in achieving guest satisfaction. Number one is recognize your guest. Recognizing your guest means acknowledging their presence and making them feel valued. Personalizing interactions by using their name, remembering their preference, or acknowledging their special occasions can enhance their experience. Number two is making a positive first impression. First impressions are critical as they set the tone of the entire guest experience. A warm greeting, a clean and welcoming environment, and attentive service are all crucial elements of making a positive first impression. Three is fulfill your guest expectations. Guests arrive with certain expectations based on the marketing, branding, and prior experience they have had. It's essential to understand and meet this expectation to ensure satisfaction. Four is reduce the effort required of the customer. Minimizing the effort required from guests enhances their experience by making it more convenient and stress-free. This can involve simplifying check-in and check-out process, offering clear directions or guidance, and being readily available to assist with any needs or concerns. The less effort a guest has to expend, the more likely they are to be satisfied with their stay. Five is facilitate customer decision making. Facilitating decision making means providing guests with clear, concise, and accessible information to help them make informed choices. This can include offering recommendations, providing menus or service options, or having knowledgeable staff available to answer questions. Six is focus on the customer perception. The guest perception of their experience in the ultimate measure of satisfaction. It is important to understand how guests perceive their interactions and the environment. Factors such as staff behavior, service quality, and ambience all contribute to their perception. Seven is avoid violating the customer's unspoken time limits. Guests often have unspoken expectations regarding how long certain process or interaction should take, whether it's waiting in line, receiving their food, or getting a response to a query time in a critical factor in guest satisfaction. Respecting this time limit shows attentiveness and efficiency, preventing frustration and dis- dissatisfaction. dissatisfaction. Number eight is create memories the customer will want to recapture. Creating memorable experience encourage guests to return and recommend the service to others. This can be achieved by offering unique experience, exceptional service, and creating a welcoming and enjoyable environment. Memorable experiences are often tied to emotions, so personal touches, surprises, or going to the extra mile can significantly impact guest satisfaction. And last is expect your customer to remember bad experience. Negative experiences tend to have a more lasting impression than positive ones. It is important to anticipate that guests will remember and potentially share any bad experience. Addressing issues promptly, offering sincere apologies, and taking corrective actions are essential to mitigate the impact of any negative experience and demonstrate a commitment to guest satisfaction. Next topic is classification of lodging operation. Number one is American Plan or AP. hotel accommodations with 3 meals daily included in the price of the room. Second is bed and breakfast or B&B. Lodging provided in private home, usually breakfast provided, sometimes other meals, often historic home. Third is casino hotel, hotel that provides gaming facilities. Fourth is conference center, facility designed to provide the space and service needed, and some groups holding meetings. Some are resorts and some may be affiliated with college, universities, or religious organizations. Fifth is all-suite hotel, apartment-style accommodations that may include breakfast and/or complimentary drinks in the room rate. Sixth is European plan, hotel accommodations with no meals included in the price of the room. Seven is full pension. Full pension is term used in Europe to indicate hotel accommodations that include 3 meals a day. Next is half pension. Half pension hotel accommodations that include bed, breakfast, and one other meal. Next is hostel. Hostel dormitory style accommodations open for specific groups such as youth, where facilities are basic, shared, and supervised. Next is modified American plan or MAP. Hotel accommodations that include bed, breakfast, and either lunch or dinner in the price of the room. Last is rental condominium. Rental condominium furnished apartments found mostly in resorts areas, usually rented by the weekend, week, month, or season. Next is residential hotel. Accommodation that provide services with guests who wish to stay for extended periods of time, a month or a season or longer. Next is resort hotel. Resort hotel accommodations that provide recreational and entertainment facilities. And 15 is spa. Accommodations built around natural resources and providing health promotion, amenities, mineral waters, sun, air, special diets, and exercise. And last is transient hotel. Accommodations that provide basic room amenities only. Next topic is type of lodging facilities. Number 1 is hotel. Hotel usually offers a full range of accommodations and services. Second is motel. Offers a limited range of services. Size of these properties average from 10 to 50 units. Third is all suites. This concept was developed in the 1980s as a separate marketing concept. Specialist features of these hotels are living room and separate bedroom, kitchenette, and especially shops. Fourth is limited service hotel. Limited service hotels appeared in the mid-1980s. Hampton Inn and Marriott were among the first organizing to offer limited service properties. Its concept to limited service was developed for a specific segment of the market, business and cost-conscious travelers. Fifth is extended stay hotels. Extended stay hotels properties were designed to offer guests a home away from home atmosphere over long stays precipitated by business, leisure, or personal necessity. Next slide. Market orientation. Market orientation of hotel is categorized into 2 segments. Number 1 is residential hotel, which provide guest accommodations for the long term. It includes hotels, all suites, limited service, and extended stay properties. Second is commercial hotels. Commercial hotels service the short-term transit guests. These hotels are almost located anywhere. Second topic is levels of service. Number 1, we have full service. Full service is a level that provides a wide range of conveniences for the guest. Second is limited service. Limited service is emphasize basic room accommodations, guest amenities, and minimal public areas. Third is extended stay. Extended stay is a level of service that offers a home away from home atmosphere for business executives, visitors, and families planning to visit an area for an extended period. Next topic is trend is hotel development. We have diversity of workforce, increase in use of technology, greening of hotels and guest rooms, and capacity control refers to who will control the sale of inventories of hotel rooms, airline seats, auto rentals, and ticket to attractions. Next is safety and security. Important aspects of safety and security are terrorism, the growing disparity of haves and have-nots in the world, diminishing financial resources, infrastructure problems, health issues, the stability of the government, and personal security. Next is assets and capital, diversity of the guest, and diversification within segments of the lodging industry. The economy now has low-end, medium-end, and high-end properties. Next is hotel companies are trying to persuade guests to book rooms via the company website instead of an internet broker. Next is globalization and consolidation. Next one is rapid growth in vacation ownership. Vacation ownership is the fastest growing segment of the lodging industry and is likely to continue growing as the baby boomers enter their 50s and 60s. Next is an increase in the number of spas and the treatment offered. Wellness and the road to nirvana are increasing demand as guests seek release from the stress of a fast-paced lifestyle. Lastly is gaming. An increasing number of hotels are coming online that are related to the gaming industry. Next topic is trends that foster growth. Our last topic is leisure time. Second is me or pleasure concept, the idea of deserving recreation away from the job to restore mental acuity and improve attitude has evolved over the years. Discretionary income, the money remaining from wage after paying for necessities. Fourth is family size. The current trend towards smaller families with two or more also indicates growth for the hospitality industry. Fifth is business travel. And the last is travel as experience. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.